Yes, welcome again to the second part. So, when I was attending to my mom at where my mother was chained, I looked out and I saw this guy speaking with my dad, and then he gave some money to my dad. So I was supposed to protest. I was supposed to say, give that money back to him, because I wouldn't want him to contaminate the process of our mother's treatment. We cannot be receiving prayers, assistance to heal our mother, and at the same time, we are receiving the same money to feed our mom. But if I do that, I will be in position to cause a lot of commotion at the situation that my dad was, and in the presence of my mother as well, and everybody that was watching. So um, I just like try to calm myself down. And also, I was doing some part-time job at the post office, 45 Marina Street in Lagos. That was the headquarters of the General Post Office in Lagos at that time. So my dad was also working there. So that was the same place I was working where my dad and I alternate taking care of our mother. So when my dad received that money, I couldn't protest because my salary was very small, and that of my dad was also very, very meager. So if you consider 150 naira at that time, I think maybe in today's economy and in today's exchange, it might not even be up to €1 a month. And then there is a rent to be paid, large number of children, and the refund of the money borrowed to be able to train two children that are now uh, decided to abandon support for our dad. My dad was also trying to repay that money. My dad was indulging himself, registered with a different kind of thrift where they contribute money, and when it is my daddy's turn, my dad will receive that money and then use that money to be able to repay wherever he borrowed money to be able to take care of the children. I mean, to pay for the children's school fees. So two children came out of college, and then plus myself making three, and then we have another sister, Stella, who was also preparing to leave secondary school. She was schooling at Asarodin Girls High School. So she came out the same time that our mother was ill. So we took I was very glad that now my sister is free to be able to attend to the feminine need of our mother, because what I mean is like the underpants, the brassiere, and then probably when the situation comes that our mother is naked, somebody to put on the clothes for her. That should not be my job anymore. So my kid sister should be able to do that. So my dad received this money from Mike. So after my dad received that money, my dad decided that okay, he came back and made consultations with me. We agreed that now Stella is free. We should be able to arrange for Stella to go and stay with our mom at the church, and then see to all those kind of needs that is very private as a woman, so that Stella will be the one to be able to do those stuff, not me and my dad anymore. And then the issue of bringing food from, you can imagine we have to travel from Shogule to Itire, which was about 15 kilometers or more. So to make food and carry the food to the church to be able to give to our mom. So in this situation, my dad needed help, which was not coming until this guy came and brought that money. So with that money, my dad decided to go shopping, bought a kerosene stove, then some pots, and then some other utensils that will be used for taking care of our mother. And then at this time, we have decided that Stella will now begin to stay at the church permanently. Then I should be able to have some chance to do other things. My dad should also have some free time to relax himself at home. Because throughout the time that before we made that decision, my dad and myself, our lives was all tailored around the premises of that church, putting eyes on our mother. So now we could take a little break while we arrange for Stella to stay vigil, taking care of our mother. So there was a day I finished my night duty. Then I headed to the church. I got to the church, and then I went to the hall where I expected to see Stella there. Stella was not there. So I then went to where my mom was tied. I got there. I saw my mom seated on the floor. I was like, Mama, where is Stella? I spoke with her in Igbo language. Mama, kedi Stella? Mama was just like, yeah. She was just looking at me, staring at me, not even identifying that I am her son. So that was the situation at that time anyway. So I couldn't get any information from Mama. I went out again to demand from some of the people that were around there that stays there at night, because it was early in the morning. It was not even up to 7 o'clock when I got there. So I inquired from them, where is my sister? So they told me that Stella is somewhere else with one of the evangelists that was there, Cyril. So I was like, no, this is not true. This is not happening. You see, when the devil wants to fight you, when the devil decides that I want to hit you, with all weapons, with all arsenals, everything employed, the devil will declare war, and you are in trouble. You need God. The devil came with full force. All the ammunitions, everything was involved in fighting my family. Every move we made, the devil is there, waiting. By this time, one of the evangelists has decided to become the devil, the Satan. Our sister just came. We introduced our sister to help taking care of our mother in the situation she was. Before I know what was happening, the evangelist has taken my sister to his house and then begin to sleep with my sister. I got there, I knocked on the door. I was told that this is the guy where my sister should be. Then that house was supposed to be, I think it was about 25 meters away from the gate of the church. I opened the gate, I went out, I got there, and knocked on the door. The person that came out was my sister Stella, with a kind of cloth tied to her this way, indicating that she passed the night there. And I needed not to be told what transpired. I lost my temper while I was asking her, what are you doing here? Is this what we asked you to do? The man came out. The evangelist came out from the bedroom. And that was the moment that I took the laws into my own hands. You see, fighting, there are situations where somebody can fight. As a soldier, you swore allegiance, you swore your commitment, you fight to die for your nation, for your country, for your motherland. Why wouldn't you then fight and die for your mother? If a soldier can die for his motherland, why not for your own biological mother? Dying for my mother is a fight that's worth embarking on. I need to fight, but I need to know the right people to fight. And if it is the devil, I'm determined to fight the devil in every field, in every way he presents himself. If the devil presents himself as a man of God, as a brother, as a sister, as anybody, I'm ready to fight. So far, what is important is that I have to defend my mother. So when this man came out from the bedroom, after doing whatever he did with my sister, I lost control of myself. I took the frustration of whatever has been going on around in my family and what I have been going through trying to take care of my mother. I took it upon him. So, to the glory of God, I left him alive. I didn't allow the devil to overrun me. So, after doing whatever I did there, I went back to the church because I will not abandon my mother, even at the time of sorrow, a pain, and whatever the situation, I will not leave. I was still with my mom, looking at her when the police came. The man was rushed to the hospital, and the police came, they took me away, and I was put in the police cell where I was kept for 1 week. Within that 1 week, my junior brother Chinedu did not surface there. Mike, the corporate, the millionaire, did not come. My dad, his eyes were still on his wife and our mother. I was kept at a Makinde police station in Lagos, Shogule. No member from Umagangu came. Nobody, no member of my kindred came, except this there was one of my cousin I featured in one of my videos. So his mother was very supportive, and our neighbor who introduced us to that church himself came. But people might understand that I am justified to do that fight because what that man did was not right. This was our mother in the situation. What prompted you? Why now? Why now? As a human being, as a man of God, which he claimed to be. Why now? Why is it now? What makes you to think that yes, we have brought our sister to come and take care of our mother, and now she has become somebody you want to take undue advantage of her to be able to begin to do some kind of things with her, which was not right. And this is a girl who just left school. At that time, my sister was still underage. So, but Nigeria being what it is, and I don't know. But whatever happens, I learned that during my visit at that church, I learned that the man is late, and wherever he is, I leave him to God to pass his own judgment. Judgment is not for me. Even the battle is not mine. It is for God. For members of my family who did not turn up to rescue me, knowing that I also fought for my mother in defense of my family. They didn't come. I leave them to God. But the punishment of God sinners will never escape the punishment of God. No matter where they hide. So this was the story of how I landed myself in the police net, and then I was locked up, detained for 7 days. If I had become a criminal in Nigeria, if Nigeria had records where they put where crimes are being recorded, probably that crime would have still been following me wherever I go today. If I had done something that was more destructive to somebody for trying to disrespect my family. So that was how I landed myself I got arrested and detained. I will continue this story from here and there. Once again, I thank you for listening and God bless.